Hello Moogles and Tomberries, Flawful Lalafell here, and we are continuing on with the Endwalker Main Scenario Quest. This is number 56. We're at the end. We are at the end, my guys. Just said goodbye to Graha. If you watched my last video, you could see that I lost it. It's embarrassing. All the while, you would come and go, wherever you were needed, and together, we would travel. All I can hear are my footfalls, my heartbeat. It's so much quieter now, but the fact we can breathe and continue on is proof that the others are still with us. They are, aren't they? Should you start to fall, we'll be here to catch you. I know you'll do the same for us. Graha paved this path for us. We were meant to follow it. Gaze at the distant stars, the innumerable lights that shine in the distance. To think that they could all have birthed civilizations. To think that everything they built has gone to dust, their peoples lost to despair of the stars floating in the sea of midnight. Ours is a lonely aberration. And yet, no matter how many worlds that have met their ends, with you and Alice beside me, there's nothing I fear. No ocean so vast I cannot cross. Those broken stars I see, shattered, ruptured, unraveled. I wonder if they're also worlds recreated at their ends. The sight of them fills me with sorrow I cannot describe, and a truth I cannot deny. Birth and death, whence we came and where we'll return, a will form which there is no escape. Graha paved it. Okay. This is Graha's doing. Back on the path. The portal is barely visible from up here. Truly, we've come far. Much farther than would have been possible had we kept chasing perfect ideals as we did in the past. It is because we have known failure and frustration that we have learned and grown from them. What Heidelin has entrusted us with this mission, with the fate of our very star. It's all a dream, isn't it? A long, elaborate dream. Any moment now I'll wake up in my bed, still a student, grandfather alive. I'd go about my day relieved as the fragments of that other life fade. And that would be happiness, wouldn't it? That none of it, no. I would not give up these experiences, good and bad. They are mine. They are me. Rest assured, I am fine, but thank you for your concern. What of yourself? Though we can't afford to be too leisurely, neither need we rush unduly. We've crossed an impossible distance to stand where we are now, and we're but a few steps away from journey's end. It will be over before we know it. She's still here. She sees I'm crying, so she's checking on me. No, you can't get out there. No, you can't. Me? Oh, I still have plenty of legs left in me. Don't you worry. It's you I'm worried about. You always push yourself so hard for us, for everyone. And while we're here, we'll make sure to bear our share of the burden. Sorry, 1 second. Get. Look at the path ahead. There are some structures up ahead. Still a ways to go before we reach the dead sun. Given all this, I know how naive it must sound to hope it all works out somehow. Still, you'll forgive me if I wish it for all the same. And for you most of all. Not that you of all people need it, it's just, after all the help you've given me, for once, I want to be the one to help you. Well, this is it. The end of the path and the beginning of whatever awaits. There will be greater hardships. We may be made to feel powerless. Yet come what may, let us have no regrets. No, let us have pride in what we have achieved. In what we have achieved and how it changed us for the better. That's worth fighting for. And dying for. As they did. This is almost normal. It's not unlike many cities we know, but it's deathly quiet. Mayhap the inhabitants are within the buildings or invisible to our senses. Wrong on both counts. There is simply no one here. Metion. This is how I found it when I arrived. Another star, which once pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide. None can say. None live to speak for the dead. They are gone. Gone. Search all you like, but you'll only end up turning back. Is there no one here? Then neither should there be a motion to bar our way. Yet Metion seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? You're not alone. Whatever Metion may have said, we should confirm it with our eyes. We need to have a look around. Indeed, at the very least, it doesn't appear to be a sprawling place like those before. If we split up, it should take too long to cover the area. There were not for the thick layers of dust. One can imagine somebody drinking from these cups but a moments ago. The object resembles a tree and appears to have been fashioned from a stone-like material, erected in place of an actual tree, or to serve some other purpose perhaps. Regardless, there is no one left to explain, to tell the story. There doesn't seem to be anyone here. Perhaps you could try calling out. Is anyone here? If anyone has hurt you, they do not respond. This place is reminiscent of a bar, but neither patrons nor staff are anywhere to be seen. Egg-shaped containers line the shelves with loose few sitting on the counter, vessels for the beverages in all likelihood. A venue bustling with activity until it was not. In the distance, you glimpse Alice picking her way through the ruins, but otherwise spy no signs of life. If anyone can hear me, say something. Your calls echo faintly before being swallowed by the silence. Though set slightly off the ground, it appears to be a door, while the objects to the left could be letterboxes. The door is rusted shut, and the film of dust all over suggests no one has come through in a long, long time. Necropolis. Flawful, take a look at this. If the road was a little longer, we could take it to just beneath the dead sun. But I suppose this is where the reconstruction ends. How about you? Did you find anything of interest? I see. I noticed the same things. Cups left upon tables, chairs out of place. I don't know what happened here, but I do know I don't want to be alone anymore. We've searched enough for now. Let's find Alphino and compare what we've learned. Alright, 1 second. I will be right back, y'all.
Did you find anything?
No. This place is completely deserted. And I can't see how we're supposed to move on from here.
Neither can I. It's quite the quandary. There are no denizens to bar our path, yet there is no way forward.
For another mystery, we did find signs of very recent life. You'd swear everyone just vanished into thin air. I wonder how many ruined worlds like this has Meteon seen.
Could it be? Yes. Yes, I believe I may have puzzled this out. Despite how it appears, it's no different this time. There is someone here who has wished for this ruin. And I believe that together, Alize and I can overcome their will.
No, I won't allow it.
I'm afraid it has to be done. For our comrades, for everyone on Aetheris. I will not pretend otherwise. I have my fears. Not for myself, but for you. The last to remain. You are no stranger to carrying the burden of others. But I can only imagine how heavy the weight would be this time. As your friend, I cannot bear the thought of making you suffer so.
Then why suggest such a thing? It's too much to ask of anyone, even her. Why must she be the one? Why must she fight alone? More than a hero, she's a dear friend. Not only to us, but to so many others. There are so many people in the world who care for you, and yet...
Alize, I have an idea. Given the nature of this realm, it may be possible to do more than unbar our friend's path. We might also pave her a new one. For instance, a path where she finds happiness at journey's end. This much, I think we can believe with the utmost conviction, no matter how deep our despair. So please, believe in us too, and press on. Thank you. What are you...
If the plan's decided, then let's not dally.
Ah, there you are. It was as I said, was it not?
It was. We couldn't find anyone, but this place isn't entirely deserted, is it? You are here. You sought out a star of promise and found a ruined husk. Like us, you explored the devastation. Like us, you were stricken. horrified by the thought that so many lives could be snuffed out as if they were worth nothing. And the thought that you would have to bear the terrible tidings to Hermes. That which you saw and felt, you shared with your sisters, as did they share their own grim findings with you, overcome by the pervasive despair of these stars. Some of you inadvertently ushered their peoples to their ends. Knowing the horrors you know, anyone would feel the same. They would fear what lies ahead and struggle to move forward.
Fear? I had forgotten that such a thing existed. So focused have I been on shepherding despair.
If you can remember, then you can still face and overcome your own fear.
Why would I bother with such an insignificant emotion? If the despair I command is as a raging river, then fear is but a trickling stream. It can do nothing to alter my flow. You spoke with the Aya, yes? Heard their tale of what awaits the universe. It's true. The stars grow colder and more distant. Eventually, all will enjoy frozen solitude. Using the power of Dynamis, I'm hastening that process. In so doing, nothing will be born ever again. Everyone will remain dead. Alas, it will take time for that to happen. So in mercy, I sent you my gift, to spare you needless suffering. Don't worry. Even if no living witnesses remain to mark the event, I'll make certain that Aetheris has a proper end.
For all the power you wield, you're more fearful than the familiar you used to be. That Meteon feared simply to move forward. But your fear is such that you've given up on everything. I know it well. That sense of defeat. I've tasted my fair share of it. But as many times as we've fallen down, we've learned how to pick ourselves up and carry on. We take each other's hand, share in each other's courage, follow in each other's footsteps, and turn sorrow into strength.
There are times when we fail. We bear wounds that do not heal. But these experiences are part of life, and they make us stronger. We rise, fall, and rise again.
Don't worry about us. You must take the next step, and all the rest after that.
No. They're all gone. supposed to tell their dad and their mom?
Please. Please. Oh, please let them all be safe.
Oh God.
Cryle? Are you all right?
It's nothing. Just a headache. They'll be fine. I know they will.
Apologies for the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry. An associate of the Scions. He wishes to speak with you at once.
Gaius, maybe? Or maybe Artbert?
If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you.
Artbert?
Do not despair. You are not without allies.
Papolimo?
What we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on.
Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others.
Is this the other Warriors of Light?
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price.
The General.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
That's the Doman leader. I forgot his name already.
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn.
A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never foresee.
Yet Miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home. I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
Please.
Strong art thou, mortal.
Look with light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Let's finish this.
It's our bird.
Here the path ends. There is no way to reach our nest. I told you. Resignation and acceptance reign in this place. The rejection of life by those who came to curse it. Those whose dreams were unfulfilled, whose prayers were unheard, whose labors were unrewarded. Hope cannot deliver you unto hopelessness. Our refuge is beyond you. Always has it been. Such is the nature of this place. You should have remained on Atheris. Struggle will avail you not, nor will it grant your comrades peace. Come, let me relieve you of your burden. You have suffered enough.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't.
How do we make peace with
That's why it's too soon for this to end.
You must triumph.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
I am ever grateful.
After all these years,
is this the answer I was hoping for?
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
Perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
I won't forsake our cause.
I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
Oh, come now. It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all. I, for one, would have been perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls. But I won't say no to a bit part.
What are you?
Half-faded souls of the dead. Isn't it painfully obvious? Worry not. We haven't the power to defeat you, nor is it our duty to do so. Not anymore. That being said, we do have a score to settle. So here I am, Vinar. I suppose you needed me to tie it all together, these frayed threads of our history. But knowing you, I suspect there's a joke in it too. Oh yes, I can imagine you gloating over my forgetfulness. Were I feeling charitable, I might assume you had left room for the possibility of this outcome. Even so, you'll get no applause from me. A single gesture will not lighten the burden I've had to bear. Still, you must be commended. Our methods would not have brought mankind this far. And so, as a show of respect to the last of us, I make this declaration. You will not end our journey. That is our answer. The answer of all lives of Aetheris, past and present.
As you've called us to the stage, so shall we perform. And creation magics never fail to please. Drawing upon the hopes of your comrades, we will make for you a new path.
What form said path takes depends on you. So focus. Focus and envision that which rejects the claim that you cannot attain your goal.
Ours is the wisdom to weave the fabric of reality. Ours is the power to create.
Meteor, though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run, and so much more. A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
These Elpis blooms serve as proof that this realm is not utterly devoid of hope. No more can you deny its power. No more is yours the dominion of despair. In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
May you ever walk in the light.
How disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
You'll find a way regardless.
Honestly, this is far more than any of us could have hoped for. Let us be thankful.
Indeed. That we thus stand reunited is a gift. Let us not squander it, and see that we all return to Etheris.
Aye. As soon as we've averted the final days.
Good to see you again. Our heroic sacrifice paid off, I take it.
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it. Together.
Come with us, Meteor.
Can you hear me? The voice is within, crying in pain, wailing in sorrow, hurting, hurting. End it. Silence it. Silence our song of oblivion.
The way is open. They can proceed.
So it seems.
You're leaving?
Of course. The Encore is finished, and I will not suffer myself to live again by Heideling's magic. But more than that, the future you seek is not the past we loved. That is why we fought, and why I lost. But though you defeated me, my ideals are inviolate, invincible. Spare me your pity. I have no use for it. If you would do something for me, save our star. See this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and with elation in your hearts, bid the final curtain fall. Only then may it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of blind frost in Offerd's north. The fabled golden cities of the New World. The sacred sites of the forgotten people of the South Sea Isles. What about Mericidia, the southern continent? Do you know aught of its present state of affairs? I thought not. Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. All of which is to say, expand your horizons, go forth and seek discovery. Some of the civilizations in the reflections will surprise you. As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much. I certainly did.
Thank you, Emmett. Thank you, Emmett Silk. Thank you, Hippodeus.
I pray we meet again. If not in this life, then perhaps another. Whensoever it should be, I trust it will be a most joyous reunion.
For you, maybe. I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, don't be that way.
Squander this chance he has given us. We will see the tale to a triumphant conclusion and bid the final curtain fall. Oh, I can fly! There it is, Endwalker. Are you ready, Flawful? Then let us set forth for the reckoning. Having come this far, I know everyone's resolve is beyond doubt, so I will say only this. Within that dead sun swirls the emotions that Meteon has hoarded, the emotions of innumerable souls who strove for happiness but failed. As it was with the denizens of Ultima Thule that barred our way, it is not for us to rebuke and admonish. It was not by passing judgment in the tragic legacies of those that we arrived at this moment. Rather, it was by opening our hearts to their despair, by understanding and acknowledging their fates, while still refusing to share in them ourselves, to hold fast to hope, not to ignorance, but by choice. Not in ignorance, but by choice. Should you struggle to do so, I am here to help, as you have all helped me. Everyone's going home today, understood? I guess that's stopping the dead end. It's the last place. So I'm gonna stop the stream right here so I can smoke and take some kratom and get ready for that one. Make sure you eat all your potato salad by liking, subscribing, following, sharing, commenting. Yeah, that was rough. Sorry about all that. But I will be back on later tonight to finish this out, and I hope you guys will be there with me. I hope you stay safe out there, stay warm out there. I love y'all, and I will see you next time. Bye.